What's up? What's happening? What's up, fascists? We on, man. Be here in Leroy. What's happening, man? What's cracking? What's Gucci? What we doing in the loop, man? The lockdown continues. Yeah. What lockdown? Them niggas in the hood ain't locking down. It's just you niggas. You middle class niggas, and you niggas with the niggas in the hood ain't locking down. It's only whites and middle class blacks or intelligent blacks. Who's Vin Jones? Who the fuck is Vin Jones? I don't know Vin Jones. I haven't talked about Vin Jones. What's up, Ray Wall? What's happening? What's cracking? Vernon Jones. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Vernon Jones? Yeah, he's right. He's right. What's up, Thomas? Yeah, this guy's right. Them's all the biggest they claim to hate. Yeah. Yeah. They are the one. They do hate black people. This dude is 60 years old. Took him 60 years to figure that out. Somebody give me a city. What's up, K-Mac? Give me a city to start off with, man. Let's see what's going on. What's up, Pontiff? Everybody hit the like button as you come in. What's up, Ivanta? What's happening, man? What's cracking? What's up, Vlad? Milwaukee? Let's do Milwaukee, man. Let's see what these people is doing. The good folks in Milwaukee are doing. See what the good folks in Milwaukee are doing. What's up, Cyrus? What's cracking? Got your first gun? What kind of gun did you get? What's up, Blank Slate? Yeah, man. You good now. You injected yourself with Lysol. You good now. You ain't gotta worry about nothing, man. You ain't even got social distance no more. This is something that people not realizing. Everybody who dies doesn't die of coronavirus. They saying, a lot of people saying everybody who died of coronavirus. I think people are just seeing that. People are just hearing. You seeing a. See why we think everybody who's dying is dying of coronavirus. Some people are just dying of regular shit. A lot of people die every day. They're not publicizing everybody who dies. Like Bill Withers, he died. He just died of natural causes. The people who died of coronavirus are getting all the shine now. So we're forgetting that people die every day. People die every day.
That's our former colleague and friend Mike Anderson playing the role of judge at American Idol auditions in Milwaukee back in 2017. Mike was not just a journalist, but a recording artist as well. Now, as we reported at the top of our newscast, we lost our former colleague and friend Mike Anderson suddenly today. WISN 12 News' Kent Wainscott rejoins us. And Kent, this is a loss to not just the 12 News family, but the entire community.
You know, Toy, when it comes to people saying kind words about Mike Anderson, today really was no different than any other day because he was, above all, a kind and generous man. And as we've shown you, he was also a great storyteller who helped mentor a few generations of journalists. Mike left a lasting impact on Milwaukee, both on and off the air.
You're watching Southeastern Wisconsin's #1 10 o'clock news.
Hello, I'm Mike Anderson. After Oprah, the news is live at 5.
For nearly 4 decades, Southeastern Wisconsin welcomed Mike Anderson inside their homes and their lives.
But he became family, and he is an irreplaceable loss.
Whether it was covering sad or difficult news or sharing the fun of Summerfest or State Fair.
We'll see you a little bit later on this morning. We got some more goodies coming up for you in just a little bit here.
Mike's care and compassion always shine through in his storytelling and with everyone he ever met.
Mike and I were like brothers.
Mike's friend and former WISN 12 chief photographer Carrie Edwards spoke on behalf of Mike's family because Carrie and his wife Bonnie were like family to Mike. Carrie recalled Mike's successful singing career. Mike gave us a sample during his retirement party.
I guess it's nature's way, everything must change.
Edwards says Mike's songwriting is what helped make him a great storyteller.
Just like he was a musician, you know, it was kind of like the way he wrote was like music.
Mike was swirling. Let me find out Mike was swirling, man. Mike was out here swirling, man.
Carrie recalled Mike's successful singing career. Mike gave us a sample during his retirement party.
I guess it's nature's way, everything must change.
Edwards says Mike's songwriting is what helped make him a great storyteller.
Just like he was a musician, you know, it was kind of like the way he wrote was like music.
Hello.
There you are, look at that. My last conversation with Mike was last Friday, an interview about another journalist and friend of Mike's, Eugene Kane, who had passed away.
My heart is heavy right now.
It was also the...
You see all these Negroes dying, man? Hit one if you tired of hearing black don't crack. If one thing coronavirus, even though these brothers didn't die of coronavirus, blacks have the lowest life expectancy on the planet. And black Americans have the lowest life expectancy in America. And all I keep hearing is black don't crack.
Last time our 12 News viewers saw Mike, he suffered a stroke and was hospitalized hours later.
It's crushing. It's just crushing news.
To viewers of 12 News, perhaps no one was more closely tied to Mike Anderson than Kathy Michelby. They shared the anchor desk, and they shared interviews.
Phenomenal personality. Yes, you are.
And they shared a decades-long friendship.
When you're lucky enough to meet somebody like Mike Anderson at work and they become your friend for life, I miss my Michael A., and I will forever.
For now, Mike Anderson, New Orleans, reporting live this morning at Miller Park in West Dallas, in Green Bay, in Sherman Park, in Waukesha County, in Greenfield. All right, guys, thank you very much. Be well.
You bet. You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, he's going to be missed deeply by everyone, especially his family. He spoke about them so often and cared so deeply for them. And, you know, a lot of people who talked to us, so many people reached out to us today. Those who knew Mike personally, off camera, remember his kindness and his smile. And those all throughout the area who remember him only on camera remember his style, and it always included one thing, of course, and that was his signature hat. And so, Toy, I thought I'd sign off in Mike Anderson's style this evening as we remember our friend. And I toss it back to you.
He would be proud.
Wow, seemed like a good guy, man. R.I.P. to Mike Anderson, man. R.I.P. to Mike Anderson, man. Salute, man. R.I.P. Yeah, you can't, I'm sure the death rate is low overall, but the black people, they dying of this shit. The thing about it is, when America does the stats and they say that only certain percentage of people die from coronavirus, of all the people that get it, this one thing you gotta understand. A lot of white people are getting coronavirus. They're just not dying from it. White people aren't dying from the coronavirus like that.
Sarah always chooses
They're
to take the
getting it.
stairs, but climbing 58,000.
That's one thing that niggas gotta understand. Niggas can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Black people are not the only people getting the coronavirus. White people are getting the coronavirus. Obviously, Asian people are getting it because it started in China. Black people are the ones dying from it. You have to be able to chew gum and walk at the same time. Black people get it and they die from it. Asian people get it and they live. White people get it and they live. Mexicans get it and they live. Niggas get it and they die. Tired of hearing black don't fucking crack.
1,070 steps a year can be hard on her feet, knees, and lower back. That's why she wears Dr. Scholl's orthotics. They're clinically proven to relieve pain and give you the comfort to move more. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
Dominant jeans,
They
yeah.
actually want the CDC to start tracking the same coronavirus data Milwaukee County has from the start of this pandemic.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about dominant jeans and shit. Every biracial child I see look like a fucking white kid. I'm tired of this dominant gene shit. You see some nigga with some nigga black as me have a baby with a white girl and the fucking kid look like a fucking white boy with curly hair. Or a white girl with curly hair. And you got niggas running around talking about dominant genes. And then you got motherfucking this shit. What fucking, if your gene's so fucking dominant, we shouldn't be the main race suffering from this shit.
They actually want the CDC to start tracking the same coronavirus data Milwaukee County has from the start of this pandemic, and that means not shying away from an uncomfortable reality.
Milwaukee County, hit hardest by the coronavirus, not just in numbers, but by the lives lost.
Catherine Pfeiffer, George Matthews, a pillar in our community. Gloria Robinson would have been 65 on her birthday. Co-owner of Nino Southern Sides.
But beneath the heartbreak...
Now you see this black woman right here? She looks very young for 65. But that's just cosmetic shit. Looking young and appearing to be young. But they got black people look younger. They appear to be younger. They don't age. They don't get wrinkles as much as other races. But what good is that if you got the lowest life expectancy? Without the coronavirus, black people got the lowest life expectancy in the country. Black Americans. Without coronavirus. This woman, yeah, she looked good for 65, but she got all type of health issues.
Birthday, co-owner of Nino Southern Sides.
But beneath the heartbreak, COVID-19 is also a tool to measure equity in health.
We were one of the first to have this level of information.
For the city's health commissioner, the numbers don't lie. Of the 2,500 confirmed cases, 1,100 are in the black community. 45% of cases, although African Americans make up just 26% of the population.
I saw a comment.
Now here's the thing. That don't have nothing to do with health disparities. This got to do with social distancing, following the guidelines. This got to do with following the guidelines. Because this is just the people who getting it. The virus don't know whether you black or white. The virus don't know whether you Asian. The virus don't know. The reason the majority of black people got it because black people don't social distance. You go into a black neighborhood now, and I'm talking about a black neighborhood. Go into a black neighborhood right now, you gonna see niggas hanging out like ain't nothing going on. That's why this is like that. This ain't got nothing to do with the health disparities. Getting it. Now, dying from it, maybe. I'll maybe give you that have something to do with health disparities. We can argue about that. But getting it ain't got nothing to do with no fucking health disparities. The Nightly News with Ock Nation, news you can choose, the only interactive news program on YouTube. You can support the channel now via PayPal or via the Cash App. All donations appreciated. Yeah, we going to the loo next. We'll go to the loo next, Leroy.
26% of the
What's up,
population.
Mac?
I saw a comment that we're not measuring race or ethnicity, that we are measuring racism. And I totally agree with that.
Dr. Jeanette Kowalik got the nation's attention highlighting the disparity weeks ago. Now there's national action.
We have a lot more leverage now to see this data being collected statewide. And I am pushing fervently for it to be mandated to be collected at the national level.
Senator Tammy Baldwin's new bill forces the CDC to collect coronavirus data by ethnicity and race, then make the information public. Without it, officials fear the disparities would only deepen.
It makes the facts impossible to avoid, and it means that conversations about solutions have to start.
Well, Derek, what else does the proposed
Solutions. Niggas always talking about solutions. What's the solution to coronavirus now? Can anybody give me the solution to coronavirus? Not a solution that they gonna have in the future. The solutions they have now. What they have now. What's the solutions to coronavirus? Yeah, don't eat bad soup. That's one of them, but that's one of them. Social distancing. That's the solution. Niggas don't want to do the solution. And then want to ask for more solutions. And it's the same thing with crime. Like if you talk about like murder, when you talk about crime in the black community, they always talk about solutions. Well, the solution would be to stop shooting motherfuckers. What's the solutions to all the murder in the community? Stop shooting each other? What's the solution to all the trash on the ground in the fucking clogged up storm drains in the fucking trash everywhere in the community? Putting the trash in the trash cans. Niggas always gloss over the solution and then ask for other solutions. They always ask for another solution. Fuck you mean solutions? The fuck are these niggas talking about? Solutions.
Have to start.
Well, Derek, what else does the proposed legislation call for?
Well, Joyce, that bill also pushes the CDC to collect the same kind of information to look at exactly who is getting coronavirus tests. And then all of the data collecting, the bill pushes the CDC to report that information to Congress within 60 days of the end of the public health emergency.
Man, you ride around DC, man. If you ride around a white neighborhood, now white people are going to parks. I will give you that. They're going to parks to run and exercise and shit. You go to a park in DC, you'll see white people out there running or taking walks and shit like that. But you won't see, if you go to a white neighborhood, it's like a ghost town. You go to a black neighborhood, I'm shit you not. You would not know that none of this shit was going on. Nobody will be talking about this shit. It ain't even conversation. All of you see, you're gonna see a bunch of stores closed. The few stores that's open, bunch of niggas hanging out. Niggas hanging out in the breezeway. Niggas hanging out in the fucking, on the block. Niggas hanging out in the courtyard. And fucking coronavirus ain't even in the conversation. Niggas ain't even talking about this shit. Niggas ain't even talking about this shit, man. You would think that it would be like a fucking, it would be on the tip of every nigga tongue and shit. You would think this shit would be some shit that's like, oh shit, like this shit killing us? Oh shit. What we gonna do, y'all? Niggas don't even talk about this shit, except for the middle class blacks. Blacks with a little sense and shit. But the average run-of-the-mill nigga ain't fucking thinking about this shit. They just waiting for this shit to be over with.
If your shirt isn't tucked into your pants, or your pants tucked into your shirt.
When you're getting big-time results from your Constant Contact emails, it's okay to let your mind wander. Try email and our new website builder, free.
New this morning, the Islamic Society of Milwaukee is helping children during the pandemic. The mosque is serving meals to children at Islamic schools as well as refugees who recently arrived here. They're also giving...
Hold on, what we doing
New
with
this
her?
morning, the Islamic Society of...
Smash.
New this morning, the Islamic Society of Milwaukee is helping children during the pandemic. The mosque is serving meals to children at Islamic schools as well as refugees who recently arrived here. They're also giving meal vouchers to families who lost their jobs and need a little more help with groceries.
We started a feeding program family. There's this school lunch program that is providing about 400 meals a day. We were able to go to different hospitals around the Milwaukee area and serve about 2,000 meals to hospital staff so far. We've been helping out those who've been laid off.
Children are not required to fast during the month of Ramadan, and they typically start when they reach adolescence.
He said very dateable. Yeah, she got a good job. She crazy though. Them light-skinned bros be crazy, man. Let's see. Nothing else going on in Milwaukee, really. Go to the Lou. St. Louis, man. God dog it, man. These niggas, man. Yeah, man. Look at this shit. I think it's a bike squad coming by here. Oh yeah, it's a bike recruit. It's like this is what you see a lot. It's a mob of bikers going down the street in DC, down here. You see that all over DC, like hundreds of niggas on bikes just riding around and shit. Can y'all hear that shit? All niggas. Them bikers for Biden. Them bikers ain't for Trump. Them bikers are for Biden.
Battling a high number of murders for several years.
Them is bikers for bikers for Obama. Bikers for Biden. Them niggas ain't voting for Trump. Them niggas hate Trump. I ain't talking about niggas on you. These ain't niggas on YouTube. These niggas on the block. These are niggas you'll see at the fucking it's hanging out in front of the carryout and shit. That's a nigga you'll see at Foot Locker and shit, buying some tennis shoes for $300 while he living with his grandmother and shit. I'm talking about niggas. These niggas ain't fucking biking for Trump. You crazy?
Board of Aldermen decided we need. The city of St. Louis has been battling a high number of murders for several years. The Board of Aldermen decided we needed to do something different. So last September, they agreed to spend $5 million on a program called Cure Violence. Since then, we've been hit with the COVID-19 crisis.
They spent $5 million. They spent $5 million on a program called Cure Violence. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that was smart to spend $5 million for the city of St. Louis to spend $5 million on a program called Cure Violence? I don't understand this, man. The violence there's nothing you can do about the violence, man. If you want the numbers in St. Louis to go down, you got to move the niggas out to the county. And the numbers in the county will go up and the numbers in the city will go down. There's no other way to cure violence in your city if you're just talking about the numbers game.
Main one, pushing Cure. Agreed to spend $5 million on a program called Cure Violence. Since then, we've been hit with the COVID-19 crisis. Board President Lewis Reed is the main one pushing Cure Violence.
We are facing not one healthcare crisis, but two. And we're going to have to deal with them both at the same time. We have coronavirus on one hand, and we also have the gun violence in the streets of the city of St. Louis.
That might be easier said than done. The program is still not in place. The workers haven't been hired yet. Among other things, under Cure Violence, the workers, some of them ex-criminals, go out into the community and convince current criminals not to retaliate.
They tried this in D.C. They call them violence interrupters. Violence interrupters. Ex-cons, old heads, basically old heads that done did their time, and then they come home and they try to talk to young boys about don't go back and shoot up them niggas block after they killed your homie last night. Just let that shit ride. And that shit never works. It never works. Man, just let that shit ride. I know they killed your brother last night. Let that shit ride, man.
And to turn their lives around. Lewis. That might be easier said than done. The program is still not in place. The workers haven't been hired yet. Among other things, under Cure Violence, the workers, some of them ex-criminals, go out into the community and convince current criminals not to retaliate and to turn their lives around. Problem is now with social distancing and stay-at-home orders in place because of the coronavirus crisis, it is hard for them to do that. Although money for Cure Violence was approved 6 months.
Yeah, they killed the violence interrupter in D.C. Here in D.C., he got killed, executed. Actually, it was a serious thing. He got executed. Yeah, that shit. But even that, that's an extreme case. I'm just talking about the shit that they do don't work. It don't work. You telling young thugs, young niggas, 17, 16, 15, 18, 20, 22, that been going back and forth shooting each other, and you tell them not to retaliate. And then they listening to rap music all the time. They constantly listening to fucking gangster music and brainwashing themselves and shit. They constantly, you know what I'm saying? It's just shit. It ain't nothing you can do, man. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you. I don't think there's anything you can do to violence, to end the violence. I think this was just what niggas do.
Months ago, it's still not up and running. A company was awarded $750,000 to hire the workers for the program that's being administered by the St. Louis City Health Department. But right now, the health department has its hands full. It is the main city agency battling the coronavirus crisis. So, the Cure Violence program is taking a back seat.
In January, when we were trying to get Cure Violence moving, coronavirus was nowhere to be seen in the city of St. Louis. In February, when we were working to get Cure Violence moving, coronavirus was nowhere to be seen in St. Louis. Last October, November, and December, same thing. So we cannot allow that to be something that says that is the reason why.
Cure Violence was supposed to cut murders by up to 50%. Right now, murders in the city are up 23% from a.
How shameful is that? And the same thing is happening in D.C. In D.C., murders are the same. They got the same amount of murders as they did last year. Murders up 23% in a city that's on lockdown. A city that's on lockdown where you're supposed to be social distancing. All the stores is closed. You can't gather in groups. And murder is up 23%. What's up, Tommy? That's shameful. That's not minuscule. Murder's up 23%. That means that if it was 75 murders last year, it's 100 now. 23% is not a small number. That's a huge jump. And for it to happen while this city of St. Louis is going through a fucking crisis. Coronavirus crisis. And they're going through a lockdown to keep the crisis from being even worse. And the murders are up 23%. Oh, Lord. It's almost like you can't even, like, it's impossible. You can't even fucking, like, what the fuck do you say, man? I'm speechless. Speechless. They're going to blame it on white people, though. Wait for it. They're going to blame it on white people.
A year ago, I asked Reed about Cure Violence not being able to hit the streets yet.
I'm talking about reaching the people that they needed to reach. Oh yeah, they can't reach. They obviously can't reach the people because they haven't been hired, because the program haven't been rolled out, because all that time was lost.
And so what I'm saying,
and that had nothing to do with coronavirus.
The Cruzan administration told me even if Cure Violence was up and running in February or March, it'll be shut down now.
I just spoke with Dr. Eccles about that, I think it was yesterday, and they have been trying to hire folks for the Cure Violence for the first location, which is in Wells Goodfellow, but it's been very difficult to reach out into the community, so with the stay-at-home order in place.
I asked Reed when he thought Cure Violence would actually be put in place and begin to cut down the number of murders. Reed says he's not sure right now.
Stop saying cut down the number of murders. That shit ain't gonna cut down no. The shit gonna get worse. They making it seem like, well, we plan on cutting murders by 50%, but the white people won't let us do it. Nigga, you wasn't gonna cut no fucking murders down 1%. That shit gonna go up. A bunch of old head gangsters in the street telling youngers. And this how dumb the shit is. They go around, man, when I was your age, man, I had all the girls, man. I was slinging crack, I had fast cars, but don't do what I did. You know that's what niggas do. You do. Hit one if you know that's what old head niggas do when they try to discourage young niggas from doing shit. Man, well, I had all the cars, all the girls, man. I was popular in the neighborhood, man. Niggas was scared of me. You know, I had all the rank, man. My reputation was solid, man. But don't do what I used to do, man. Go pick up a book, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas knew not to fuck with me, man. Niggas knew not to fuck with me. Niggas was terrified of me, man. When I was out here, man, on the streets, man. Shit, nigga. I go anywhere, nigga. I always had a gun with me, but, you know, that's the wrong thing to do, man. You shouldn't live like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, man. It ain't worth it, man. Let's go to college, man. How many of y'all know that's what these niggas go around saying? I promise you they do.
So he doesn't know when you start seeing the payoff from your $5 million program designed to cut the killing in this violent city. I'll of course keep watch. After all,
I promise you that's what they do. Oh yeah, the 20 years in prison is a given. These niggas know they going to jail though. 20 years, like going to jail is like these niggas know they going to jail. Only people act like they ain't supposed to go to jail is people like Sean King and Kim Kardashian. These niggas, they know they going to jail. These my buddies and shit. Them niggas know they going to jail. They out here shooting people and selling drugs in broad daylight and fucking fighting and shit and stealing cars and they know they going to jail. They get arrested all the time. They niggas get arrested 10, 20 times a year. They just keep getting back out, and then when they finally when the system finally stop playing with them, they get like 20 years, 30 years, or a life sentence. But these niggas always they in jail all the time. They get locked up all the time. That's one thing about people who ain't familiar with the streets. They understand. These little dudes you see out here, they get locked up all the time. They get arrested 10, 20 times a year. You probably just don't see it because you're not out there. These niggas know they going to jail. They ain't fucking like, that's part of it. That's part of it. If you think you gonna be out there, like out there, you ain't gonna go to jail, that's ridiculous. The question is, can you fucking keep your fucking head on your fucking shoulders? Can you prevent from getting killed? 'Cause niggas know they going to jail. That's the block the prison pipeline. There ain't no school to prison pipeline. It's a block the prison. The trap the prison pipeline. Them niggas going to jail for shit. Them niggas going to jail all the time, man. You know how many times I done got locked up and I'm in the cell block and they just bringing more and more niggas in, and then that shit get too full, then they gotta open up another part, then they gotta transport us to another place because it's too full. It's too many people in the fucking cell block. In the fucking and this just getting arrested. I ain't talking about prison. I'm talking about just getting arrested. Man, there'll be so many motherfuckers coming through there at that night, man. And if you ever been arrested, you know what I'm talking about. It just be nigga just be coming in there all night. Yeah, Baltimore spends the most money per student. Yep, facts. We'll go there next. We'll do Baltimore next. And look, Baltimore spends the most money per student in the United States. Elijah Cummings and all them niggas up in Baltimore that was running Baltimore, the mayor, all these motherfuckers, all they do is ask for more money. All they gonna do is ask for more money. That's all they gonna do, dog. Ask for more money. Give us some more money.
Make your Mother's Day with just 3 letters. WKF.com.
Send your love this Mother's Day with Walter Knoll Florist. Safe, contactless delivery, or pickup available. Order early before they sell out.
WKF.com. We know flowers.
This scene right here is very common. Motherfuckers, police got the shit blocked off looking for shells.
Make your Mother's Day with just 3 letters. WKF.com.
Send your love this Mother's Day with Walter Knoll Florist. Safe, contactless delivery, or pickup available. Order early before they sell out.
WKF.com.
Yep. They just Maxine Waters says her sister's dying from coronavirus. Maxine better stay the fuck away from her sister then. Maxine old as dirt. Maxine Waters' sister is dying of coronavirus. Alright, man, I feel bad for her. Even though I don't like Maxine Waters, that's sad, man. That's sad, man. I'm not a fan of hers at all. He said old age, not the virus. Well, if you old and you get it, listen, how many of y'all understand that if you 95 years old and you fall down the steps, they gonna list your cause of death as falling down the steps? If you 102 and you motherfucking choke on a fucking chicken bone, they gonna list your cause of death choking. Y'all gotta understand this shit. Listen, they not fudging no numbers. If you get coronavirus, listen, and you die of that shit, that's what you died of. It don't matter if you, whatever you die of, what you die of. You know what I'm saying? It don't, your age and your condition, it don't matter, man. It's what took you out, what killed you. What was the thing that ultimately killed you? It's like a rapper that gets shot. That nigga could have been on lean. That nigga could have been on heroin. They gonna list his cause of death. Nigga shot his ass. The cause of death is the cause of death. It's not really like everything is not really a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what killed you? Not what should have killed you, what may have killed you, what else could have killed you, what you had that was deadly, but you was dying. It's what killed you. You know what I'm saying? What killed you? Now look at this. This is interesting. Murders up 23% in St. Louis because white people won't let them have their cure to violence. These niggas got a cure to violence program that's going to solve all their problems. But look, Miami has gone 7 weeks without a homicide. Miami has gone 7 weeks without a homicide. So it can be done. For the first time since 1957. Miami has gone 7 weeks without a homicide for the first time since 1957. It says, crime rates in cities nationwide have dropped as stay-home orders keep people indoors in an effort to fight the coronavirus pandemic. In Miami, Florida, there were no homicides for 7 weeks for the first time since 1957. There was also no homicides during a 6-week period for the first time since 1960. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez declared a local state of emergency on March 12th and spread the coronavirus and the order has since been extended 6 times in week-long increments. So salute to the people of Miami, man. I ain't gonna sit here. I'm gonna be real, man. I ain't gonna salute to the people in Miami, man. That's amazing. Salute to them. Salute to the people of Miami, man. We gotta give props where it's due, man. Them motherfuckers ain't had a murder in 7 weeks. And they got a whole lot of Negroes down there, boy. They got a whole lot of Negroes down there. Are niggas in St. Louis that much more retarded? I thought Florida niggas was more retarded than St. Louis niggas. I thought Florida niggas was retarded. Florida niggas got a reputation of being fucking savages. But they ain't had a murder in 7 weeks in fucking St. Louis. The murder rate is up 23% since the lockdown. That shit don't make no sense, man. So it shows you something. St. Louis, man. What the fuck? Fuck is wrong with you niggas in the loo, man? He said they all kill waste. What the fuck is going on in St. Louis? This makes St. Louis look even worse, man. Miami got a lot of niggas, man. Miami got a whole lot of niggas. Yeah, them niggas they gonna make up for it. They gonna make up for it. But what I'm saying is, right now, I know once the shit is over with, they gonna make up for this shit like a motherfucker. Them niggas in Miami they gonna hit the ground running. They got a lot of national news in this St. Louis channel. Yeah, no, I get it. Well, as soon as this shit is over, niggas gonna be killing like shit. I understand that. I understand that. As soon as this shit is over, let's go to Baltimore, man. Somebody said Baltimore. Soon as this shit is over, niggas gonna fucking go crazy with the fucking murder. Yeah, I know they are. Nah, I don't think ammo's shortage because it's a black market. Them niggas don't go get their ammo from gun store. Niggas don't rely on gun stores and shit for ammo and guns. The black market on the street is live and is alive and running, man. Niggas don't worry about shit like that. Nightly News with Rock Nation News, you can choose the only interactive news program on YouTube. Support the channel via PayPal or via the Cash App. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why murder down in Miami like that. 7 weeks without one homicide? Shit. Now you know there've been shootings, but nobody actually got killed. Nobody's actually been killed. There's been shootings, but nobody's been killed. So that means that it's not a lot of shootings. It's not because niggas ratio be fucked up. Niggas don't kill rate be. Thank God niggas kill rate ain't fucking. You know.
Places of learning across Baltimore City remain open to needy families. We found this line outside Henderson Hopkins School in East Baltimore. And then there are those.
Damn, you see all them fucking Latinos in Baltimore? Look at all them Latinos in Baltimore. I ain't see no Latinos when I went to Baltimore.
Places of learning across Baltimore City remain open to needy families. We found this line outside Henderson Hopkins School in East Baltimore. And then there are those who drove up for assistance.
You'll see a mile of cars lined up down the street, and there's a need.
The amount of food given out at this site has more than tripled since coronavirus started to affect the state some time ago.
It's overwhelmingly important. I mean, a lot of people would be without, or, you know, like myself, I don't drive, I don't have transportation.
The Maryland Food Bank has formed a number of partnerships with business and community groups to help out.
Here in East Baltimore, food insecurity is a real issue. We have a huge and growing demand for families, particularly with COVID.
East to west, families are stocking up on food to get them through the weekend.
It's been rough, but I've been getting through.
That's the case for Brian Rich. He was among the residents picking up 30-pound food boxes at Glen Falls Elementary School.
Right now, you know, people unemployed getting laid off, and they don't have no money, so they gotta come somewhere to get something to eat.
Families will be the first to tell you that every little bit helps out. Now, tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock from 11 to 2, right here at Lot H, M&T Bank Stadium, a part of the complex. Families can come. They'll be served from 11 to 2 tomorrow morning, right here. I'm Tim Tuden live at M&T Bank Stadium, the complex. Back to you guys.
tucked into your pants?
Hopeful Maryland could start coronavirus recovery plan as early as May. Is that people still getting food stamps? I'm sure people still getting food stamps. I haven't heard that. That would have been in the news if they cut off food stamps. That would have been in the fucking news. I ain't hear nothing about that. People still getting food stamps, yeah. Birmingham next. Beham. Bama ass niggas. Them niggas some Bamas, but they some goddamn fucking psychopathic Bamas. Those some psychopathic Bamas down there, man.
In response to COVID-19, Subaru and our retailers are donating 50 million meals to Feeding America to help feed those who now need our help. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
The scene in the Hanlon neighborhood 5 years ago. Spectacular and scary. A liquor store looted and set on fire. A woman and her disabled young son, who lived in a row house above the store, barely escaped the burning building. The boy's wheelchair destroyed in the fire. Now, this is just an empty piece of land.
While walking around, there was one thing I had no idea that I would find. I didn't expect to find this at all. It's this piece of wood that looked like it burned in the fire.
Willie Price went to the hospital for smoke inhalation, suffered while getting video of the fire. He still lives in my old neighborhood.
Yeah, I love it here. I'm about the last one on Piedmont Avenue from back in the past. All the other older guys of my age, they're in the homes where they got to be taken care of. I ain't got to. I ain't ready to go yet.
It's so nice and quiet.
It's quiet now.
Yes, very quiet.
96-year-old Herman Pittman also remains in his home. When we talked to him on his porch a few years ago, he was worried about drug trafficking. But now he says many of the suspected drug dealers are gone.
When people are doing drugs in a neighborhood like that,
That nigga 96 years old. That nigga look like he's 65, man. That nigga 95, what is it, 96 years old? Black don't crack.
they either go to jail or something happens. They either go to jail or they just go someplace else and they don't come back.
Others in the community say crime numbers are down. There are signs of transition. Boarded up in vacant homes. The condition of the house where I grew up, shocking.
Just kind of hard to look at again. And the private property, no trespassing signs, and windows missing. And we used to have an apple tree right here. So, we used to climb the apple tree and get apples and chase other people out because we figured they were our apples. So we did stuff like that, but yeah, it's kind of hard.
But there's also renovation. The Hanlon Improvement Association's president says the community is working to reduce the vacancy rate. He owns these 3 houses and plans to buy my old house from an investment company and rehab all 4.
We're trying to increase home ownership in our community. We think that it lends itself to stability.
Nearby Hanlon Park is also transforming as the city installs underground tanks to store drinking water. The completion date, 2023.
They're moving forward with that, and we're satisfied with the progress that is being made on that.
And the neighborhood is celebrating a milestone, Hanlon Park's 100th anniversary. It's now designated a historic site. Here's a sneak peek
at the new sign. Barry Sims, WBAL TV, 11 News.
Alright. Nice Negro community. Full of old people. Notice they ain't got no young people around here. Ain't no young niggas around here. Bunch of old niggas. Let's go to Beham, man. Beham, man. Birmingham. Beham. These some crazy ass niggas, boy. I think that's Birmingham. That's another Birmingham. Oh, you sent me some emails? Alright. We'll try to get to them. Let me see after this. Oh, man.
Friends, make sure your home is safe and comfortable. For AC, plumbing, or electrical problems, feel safe and call Stegall on the job 24/7. They follow the safety guidelines and get you up and running. One call does it all. Better call Stegall.
Right now, one man dead, a police officer recovering after a morning shootout in front of a Birmingham restaurant.
It happened at Ruth's Cafe on the corner of Lewisburg Road and 24th Street North. That's just off I-65. WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough is live at the restaurant right now where a witness walked him through what happened.
Javier, you said this is a black restaurant and a black owner. The black establishment. That's good though. At least you know people going there. Support your black owned businesses.
Right now, where a witness walked him through what happened. Chip?
And that witness is a regular customer here who says there were a lot of gunshots exchanged between the officer and the suspect. We counted as many as 24 shell casings on the ground here this afternoon. I have something I want to show you now. This is a picture Birmingham police gave us of the injured officer, Detective Mikhail Smith.
This happened so fast.
Alfred Powell was picking up breakfast to go at Ruth's Cafe, as he does often, when he says he stumbled on a confrontation between another customer and a police officer in the parking lot. The officer was asking the customer to leave after police say he refused to pay his bill.
Said, we're gonna need you to leave the lot.
So the nigga, is it safe to assume that this was a nigga? Is it safe to assume that this is a nigga that refused to pay his bill? It wasn't arrested because they're not arresting people. That's another thing I've noticed. They're not arresting people now in DC. You gotta beg to go to jail in DC. Now you gotta literally beg the officers to go to jail. If it's some little shit, if you ain't fucking doing something really crazy, they just gonna fucking tell you to stop and move along because they're letting people out of prison now. They're letting people out of jail now. Last thing they want to do is bring more people to jail for shit that is they feel like they don't have to. I'm not gonna say stupid stuff because this ain't stupid. If I had a business and you ordered something and we gave it to you and you didn't pay for it, that ain't stupid. That's a big deal to me if it was my business. You eat the food and then you fucking tell us you don't want to pay. So then the officer don't arrest you. The officer just tell you to leave. Which is good. Like if I dined and dashed and I got caught dining and dashing and the officer said, "Look, get the fuck out of here." Are you kidding me? That would make my day. I would love that. I would love that. To be dining and dashing and the officer catch me and be like, "Look, man, you gotta leave." That's what you pray for. You pray for that.
Asking the customer to leave after police say he refused to pay his bill.
He said, we're going to need you to leave the lot. We're going to ask you nicely now, but next time it won't be nice. And that's when, as soon as he said that, the shots just went off.
The exchange of gunfire ended with both the officer and suspect wounded. Powell says he immediately rushed to help the injured officer.
You can't panic. You actually got to act. I had some experience at a hospital when I was younger, and I knew about stopping bleeding and all that, so I applied pressure to it.
The officer and suspect both went to UAB, where the suspect later died.
Salute to that nigga. I often tell you that you niggas don't know how to first aid and don't know how to help you when you're in a vulnerable position, or if your life is in danger, or you wounded, or you need medical attention. Last people you want to be around is a nigga. But salute to this nigga.
Powell says he immediately rushed to help the injured officer.
You can't panic. You actually got to act. I had some experience at a hospital when I was younger, and I knew about stopping bleeding and all that, so I applied pressure to it.
The officer and suspect both went to UAB, where the suspect later died. The officer was hit in the hand and arm and should be okay.
It seems like it's getting just way too frequent. Individuals are turning their guns on law enforcement, on other citizens.
Powell was literally standing right in the middle of all the gunfire. His truck was hit, but thankfully he wasn't.
They were close, almost as close as me and you, firing those shots, so his training really paid off.
And the employees here were not injured either. The State Bureau of Investigation has taken over the case. The suspect's name has not been released. Live in Birmingham, Chip Scarborough, WV.
Dead over a soul food plate that he ate, and the officer said, "Look, leave. Fine, you ain't paying for it, just leave." You gonna eat the food, you're not gonna pay for it? Fine. Just leave. That's what that nigga dead over.
TM13.
We've learned a little more about the detective involved in today's incident. According to the police department, Detective Smith is a 19-year veteran with the force. He is currently assigned to the Investigations Bureau. Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin extended his thoughts and prayers for the detective. In a tweet, the mayor wrote, in part, "We recognize the challenges our first responders..."
That nigga would have ran over and helped that motherfucking nigga, man. That nigga would have sued his ass. That nigga went over there and applied pressure to that criminal's wound. His family would have found out about it. He died. Cause one thing about it, man. Hit one if you notice this. When something happened to niggas, or they feel like something is going on, if you try to help the situation, they'll accuse you of being the culprit. It's the damnedest thing. I've seen this a lot of times with niggas. If you try to help, they'll accuse you of being of somehow being a part of the reason it's happening, or they'll blame it on you. Or it's just some way. It's weird. It's a weird thing I notice with niggas, and I'm sure we'll see an example of it pretty soon. But like, if you try to help niggas, it's like, oh, you did it. You know what I'm saying? It's your fault. So that nigga, he did the right thing helping the cop, man. Leave that fucking nigga, Alva nigga alone, man. Let the ambulance come save his life.
Responders face every day in the field, now more than ever. In these unprecedented times, every day, officers like Detective Mikhail Smith head out into uncertainty to uphold his oath to serve and protect. We'll have continuing coverage on his recovery and the shooting investigation coming up on the WVTM 13 News at 6. You can also get updates as soon as they come into our newsroom through the WVTM 13 app.
Damn, Javier, how is the food there, Javier? Sound like you never know though. Just because some place say soul food, you don't know if it's good. A lot of soul food places don't be as good as they cracked up to be. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. Is it do email? Alright. Let me see what else is going on in Birmingham. Beham. He's some. Yeah, man. That's good. Officials confirm a 4-month-old has been found safe after a car was stolen in Center Point with the child in the back seat. How does your car get stolen with your child in the back seat? You can't slip, man. You can never relax, man. I guess all I can say is they relaxed. They must have relaxed. Never relaxed. Jefferson County deputies received a report that a vehicle was stolen with a child inside. The vehicle was taken at 9:48 p.m. As the vehicles started to leave, witnesses saw an unknown black male get into the vehicle. Around 10:38, deputies were notified that a baby had been left on the doorstep at a home on the 500 block of 27th Ave. At least the nigga left the baby somewhere. At least the nigga left the baby somewhere. You know? At least the nigga left the baby somewhere. And didn't fucking keep the baby, man. The homeowner said she heard crying coming from the porch. When she went to the door, she found a baby lying on the doormat. The baby was not injured. Detectives are still investigating the case and ask anyone with information to contact the police. Oh, man. You gotta take the small victories, man, when you dealing with niggas, man. At least that nigga, I don't know, man. Fuck. Local firefighter and family share struggle with COVID-19. Fuck you, Crocker. You don't have no pre-existing health conditions. Black people gonna start being jealous of white people. You don't have any pre-existing health conditions.
A family in Warrior. A family in Warrior who happen to be first responders are now dealing with coronavirus themselves. Josh Gant spoke to them about their struggle to keep the entire family healthy.
Michael is a local firefighter, his wife Jessica a caregiver. They've been on the front lines providing care for COVID-19 patients. They knew it was only a matter of time before they would become infected with the virus. Sure enough, it hit Jessica first earlier this month. Then weeks later, her husband got it. He was rushed to the hospital last night.
He was admitted to an ICU at a local hospital overnight. Currently, they have now moved him to step down, so he is showing some signs of improvement, which is encouraging.
The Horsleys have experienced all the symptoms that you could possibly imagine.
Everything hurts. You can't breathe. It really affects everything.
Right now, Jessica's not allowed to visit her husband, which is making things more difficult. She says she seems to be getting over the virus. Now she's trying to take care of the rest of her 5 kids, including her 12-year-old who...
That motherfucker put 5 babies up in that bitch.
They're quarantined from each other. Take care of ourselves as well as each other. Quarantine the family.
Getting over the virus.
That motherfucker put 5 babies up in her ass. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. Goddamn.
Now she's trying to take care of the rest of her 5 kids,
what's up,
including her 12-year-old who also has the virus.
Trying to quarantine the family, which is not designed to be quarantined from each other. Take care of ourselves as well as each other, and to keep the other children from also being infected.
The Horsleys are relying heavily on their faith, one night even calling a hotline for a little more divine intervention.
It was cold that night. We opened up a window so that we could try to breathe a little easier, and I called a prayer hotline and had a lady over the phone pray with us, just to give us some peace of mind and some comfort, because it's really hard to find comfort when you're going through the throes of this.
Neighbors have been helping out, dropping off food for them. They are grateful for all the outpouring of support and continue asking for prayers from the community. I'm Josh Gant of UBRC, Fox 6 News.
Oh, man. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Uh-oh. I may have to do another live later on, man, to get to your fucking emails. I don't know why. I think my phone powers down like this because it's, I'm gonna go charge my phone up, and then I'm gonna come back and do another live later on. I think my phone powers down like this because it's so hot in this fucking car, man. Hold on, let me see something, man. I think I might have brought my charger with me. Let me see something. Don't go nowhere just yet. Did I bring the charger? Oh shit. Hold on, I might have brought my charger.
Well, food can certainly bring us together, and that's exactly what one couple decided to do during this COVID-19 pandemic.
Christina Chambers joins us live with more on why this couple from Birmingham is giving back to people who serve in the food industry.
Well, Aline